Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Zero number 674A. This is what they call an adjustable threshold. There's really nothing inherently adjustable about this threshold. What makes it adjustable is that it's modular, and the system in which it is used, you can alter or adjust, I suppose, the height at which this is installed. This is just a flat plate, and this flat plate is going to have these ball grooves as a feature inside of it. When this is extruded, it's extruded through that, I think what's called a die set. And items like this are very typical and common to use in the sense that when you need something that's going to be 1/4 inch and solid, this meets the bill very well. In fact, an item like this can be manufactured in lots of different lengths, whether it be a single extrusion or those welded together. And it's a very effective way to seal the bottom of a door, or at least give you a sill onto which you can seal the bottom of the door. That when it's only 1/4 inch, and you want something that's going to be robust, not a saddle threshold where you might be taking over a substantial amount of pounds over it, like two-wheel handcart where you're taking 100 pounds over it, or even worse. Something solid like this is nice. And that's really kind of what this is for. This happens to be a 4-inch wide piece. Okay, 1/4 inch tall, as I said earlier. It happens to be 0.07 pound per inch. So you can calculate this 3-foot piece happens to weigh about 2.7 pounds, roughly, or at least it does with the fastener package that Zero has included. These appear to be number 10. I would have to think they're number 10 1.5-inch flathead sheet metal screws is what they appear to be. And that's where I would use this. This 674 is a component in a modular system, which I'll show you in a moment. But used on its own, you want something that's 4, 5, 6, whatever the width. You want something that is going to be fairly robust, 1/4 inch tall, and give you that anti-slip resistance that those ball grooves will give you. This is a great contender. Also very appropriate for coping around a jam if you order a wider unit, etc. Okay. Let's switch to the screen view and let's take a closer look at the supporting information. If you are enjoying this video, please click thumbs up or like, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. Let's move on to the rest of the video. Here is the item that we are indeed looking at. Okay, let's take a look at some photographs that we have linked to down below. Here's a cross-section profile of what that looks like. Close-up of a leading edge. Also this little V feature here. We'll talk about that in a moment. Looking down at it, the underside of that threshold with the V groove. It's turned upside down, showing you that V groove. Another view, and then the fastener package. Now, this is what the profile looks like in the catalog. Installation instructions are here. Not a lot to talk about. Measure twice, cut once. That's basically what these are. Coping around a stop is a great idea. If it was me, I would probably look to even run it to the outside of the frame. So let's say that this is about 6-inch. You know, I might go with an 8-inch, or I might bias this a little towards the outside and run that long. What some people like to do is run those thresholds long, and in fact, in an exterior application where you have a threshold, it would be considered best practice to have that threshold run all the way across the face of the frame, because that's an area where the frame from the outside will be attacked by corrosion. It's attacked from the inside for sure, but the outside, the common, well, what I always recall is I had a customer who would always order two things. He'd order his thresholds long and cover the bottom of the frame. He'd order 4-foot thresholds and cut them back for 3-foot doors. So he's covering the face of it. He would also order undercoat. He wouldn't order it from me. He'd buy it from an auto supply store, and he'd spray the inside of the frame with undercoat. This is a northern climate where salt is thrown down routinely in the parking lot, and that's how he went around trying to preserve those frames. Okay, and then coping it. around a threshold, obviously, around a jam. Now, product brochure, that's what I'd like to take a look at. So we're looking at the 674, and herein lies my reference to modular system. And it's right here. So you can, with these components, create yourself a custom style threshold, okay, using all these different components. These are really nice. They'll allow you to not only serve as custom width thresholds, but allow you to finish off the face of a sill as well. A common application for that would be a hollow metal door on the back of a restaurant with access to either the rear of the building in a parking lot or maybe an alley. And you've got a concrete stoop or sill, I'd call it a stoop, right? Or a sill, and you can have that come down and cover the face of that as well, and then give yourself that fluted top that will rest right on top of here. And these components here, those are meant to be braces underneath the threshold so that it doesn't crush in on you. Now you can take all of these components and order them loose and literally come up with this design that they're showing us here. Or you can have all these components and then ask the manufacturer to weld them all together. And while that, of course, drives the cost, they will do it, no doubt. It's important to note that there are no holes for these fasteners drilled at all, although they do supply fasteners. If you want them drilled, there's probably going to be an extra cost and probably going to be the requirement of a sketch sent to us for them to locate the fasteners exactly where you would like. And just another way of showing you this material. This is handicap compliant. You cannot exceed a 1/4 inch height with this 90-degree sort of feature and still be handicap compliant, but maximum 1/4 inch height is handicap compliant. This rise over run relationship would also be handicap compliant. So when they say adjustable, there's nothing on here that you're adjusting to achieve different dimensional properties. I would call this a modular system. There you go. Okay, let's now do this. The extended description information that's here, this is mill finish. That's what the A means from 0. If it's an AA, that means it's a anodized finish. If it's D, it's dark bronze. BK is black. I think they use G for gold. Okay. It's available in the site in lots of different lengths, everything from 2 foot maybe out to 8 foot. If you have need for a custom length, by all means, enter the net length in the comment field after ordering the next longest piece or pieces, and then we'll relay that information to the factory. There is a link below this video as seen here to the manufacturer's page. When you click on that, you can pull up not only all of the 0 products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog that is here. Okay. Other encyclopedic documents are here. There's an Allegiant technical manual. I don't know if that has any reference to 0. There must be a 0 reference in here somewhere, I would imagine. Or it just could be that since 0 is an Allegiant property, we may have stuck that here. I see no reference to 0. I'll leave it here. What is helpful is the A117.1 document. As you can see, this is titled Accessible and Usable Buildings and Facilities. If you are not sure of what the federal law requires when it comes to anything handicap compliant, this is the governing document. Thresholds. I just did a find or a search on my keyboard for threshold, and you will find all of the matches for that. So, thresholds at doorways shall be 1/2 inch maximum in height. Raised thresholds and changes in level at doorways shall comply with sections 302 and 303. Okay, well, we're in section 404 right here. Let's go to 302. Chapter 3, okay. Well, here's 302, floor surfaces. So this is where you're going to want to start to read through here. There's that rise over run relationship. Every manufacturer of thresholds who has a handicap compliant threshold will have a leading edge that is compliant with that. Anyway, this document is really handy because it allows you to stay on the correct side of what's required. Also, what's in there, what's also in there is references to grab bars. So if you're doing a project and you're not sure where to locate the grab bars, well, they're in Chapter 6, and they are in here. There you go, 33 to 36 inch. There's your answer. Great document to have at your fingertips. Let's wrap up this video on camera. If you've not hit subscribe yet, we would very much appreciate if you did, and hopefully you're enjoying this video. Now, let's get back to it. So, if you have any questions on the 674 threshold or any other Zero product, please let us know. The name Zero is synonymous with gasketing. I think the name Zero will probably ring a lot of bells with people when it comes to sound transmission control. They have a great offering of equipment gasketing when you're trying to attenuate the transfer of sound through an opening, and you'll see lots of door manufacturers that use Zero products when they've tested their assembly. And if you order a STC rated door, it's likely going to include, well, it may not be Zero, it could be someone else, but Zero is a leader in that area. If you're looking for that material, while there are other people that do it, I would suggest you go straight to the Zero catalog and look into it. Also, if you're looking for automatic door bottoms and you want the best in class, go straight to the Zero catalog and take a peek at it. Really nice gentleman there in tech support who's been around for many, many, many years. He's always extremely helpful, always gives you the entire story of everything. So if you're looking to be truly edified by someone's knowledge, he is the gentleman there, and to him for that I say thank you. Any questions on the 674 in an A finish or any other Zero product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. You know what's worse than not having fuel to run your fork truck when you've got 4,000 pounds of doors to unload? It's not participating in the Architectural Builder Supply 10,000 YouTube subscriber March contest giveaway. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.